Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat, stay a while. Do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button, and before you head out, drop a comment. If you're of the over 700 regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment. YouTube does love those comments. And of course, share this video out on all social media. Socials, Instagram, X, down below in the description. Also, check out the link to that Joker Voice merch stuff. Joker Voice. And Wednesday night is Overbooked merch as well. This lovely logo here, courtesy of the man who did our thumbnail as well, and that is Jacob Ironside. If you are a fan of classic movies and classic TV, that is definitely the channel for you to check out. Leave a link to his channel down below in the description. Okay, before we get started, Monday night on Raw, a WWE superstar was not able to complete their match due to injury. Now, that superstar happened to be the two-time women's world champion and one half of the current women's tag team champions, Liv Morgan. Initial reports were confirmed by PW Insider that she suffered a separation of her right shoulder. Now, this injury affects not just her, but other talents in other storylines, as she had just started challenging Io Sky. That affects that. It affects the other talent in the Judgment Day, possibly the Nikki Bella feud going on. So there's a lot of things that are now either going to be put on hold or have to be restructured, because all of these involved Liv Morgan. Now, myself, the guys at Wednesday Night is Overbooked, wish Liv Morgan a quick and speedy recovery.
Absolutely.
Now, we are just a week and a half away from the WWE's only show this year in Saudi Arabia. That is Night of Champions. And aside from the finals of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, which we will get into in just a bit, we also have two other matches that have been announced for the card so far. In what should be the main event, was made official last week, and those of us who remember the 2011 Summer of Punk, it's a complete role reversal, because we have the WWE champion, John Cena, defending his title against probably his greatest rival ever, and that is CM Punk. Not gonna lie, I would prefer this match on a much larger stage, say SummerSlam, but I digress. But we did get another match announced also for a championship, as this past Monday on Raw, after a post-match incident with members of the Judgment Day and AJ Styles, guest general manager Nick Aldis made it official, and Dominik Mysterio will put his Intercontinental Championship on the line at Night of Champions versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. Should be a fun match. But while you're here, I know why you're here. Let's talk about what's going on with the King and Queen of the Ring tournament.
This is gonna be good.
So let's talk about the semifinals of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. We've got two matches coming this Friday on SmackDown. Let's take a look at the men's semifinal first, as we have the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, versus the 14-time world champion and King of the Ring finalist last year, Randy Orton. these picks are tough. Pairings for the men's side are extremely tough to pick because all four of these guys have interweaving stories and history with each other. At the end of the day, I just can't see Saudi Arabia show without Sami Zayn, at least in the finals.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, maybe an unpopular pick, but I'm sticking with mine. Sami Zayn goes over in this match. Now, on the ladies' side this Friday, their semifinal match is a bit of a reunion. We have the 5 Feet of Fury, Alexa Bliss, versus the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Now, I say reunion because these two, at one point, were the women's tag team champions. Again, this is not a real easy pick, but Alexa does have an existing storyline, kind of doing something with Charlotte. And Asuka just returned, doesn't have any stories, so let's keep her in matches, keep her going. So I see Asuka going to the Queen of the Ring finals.
That makes sense.
That brings us to the other semifinal matches, which are next Monday on Raw. Start with the ladies, as we have Prodigy, Roxanne Perez, versus Jade Cargill. Now, I, and most people with a functioning brain, want Roxanne Perez to go over and head to the Queen of the Ring finals.
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Fortunately, due to storylines down the road, Jade Cargill is going over and moving on to the championship in Riyadh. That brings us to our last semifinal match, and this will feature the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, versus main event Jey Uso. Now, much like Alexa Bliss and Asuka, these two, at one point, were not just tag team partners, but were tag team champions. And I know all you Jey Uso fans are getting excited when Jey was entered into the qualifying match, and then when he won the qualifying match, and you're really hoping that Yeet Mania 2.0 is going to happen. Well,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I just don't see the King of the Ring finals, especially in a Saudi Arabia show like Sami. I don't see it without Cody Rhodes being involved. Then again, these are just my thoughts. So if you want to hear more, be sure to tune in tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific, this channel, as me and the guys will be talking about this and a whole lot more. Talking about Wednesday night is overbooked. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I really appreciate it. I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you're having a great week. Have a wonderful rest of the week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Until next time.
Toodles! I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right, Cook?